So let's see. Let's see. All right, guys, welcome back. Yeah, Elrufai was on Channels TV this evening, and I just want to go through the video and react to that interview with Seun Okinbaloye. Let's go.
Internal fractures in the ADC. All right, these are some of the pictures in Kaduna at that event. I'm being joined by a former governor of Kaduna, said a former minister of the FCT, Malam Nasir Rufai. It's a pleasure having you, Excellency, for joining us tonight.
Thank you for inviting me, Seun.
Thank you so much. Let me begin with that violence, since my producer decided to play the raw footage of what happened, and everyone can see the thug invasion and what has become a major concern for, and we understand that police has started the investigation. That say you are a victim. How do you respond to these allegations? Did you orchestrate it?
It is quite stupid for anyone to assume that I will invite thugs to invade an event of my party. The police were there. I don't know what they're investigating. They know what happened. They were there. They provided cover to the thugs to do what they did. So these thugs were government-sponsored. We know them. We know the police officers that are there.
Yeah, so I actually saw a clip of that, and I saw police officers just standing by and watching. And I was wondering what was really happening. So I agree with Elrufai on this note. It seems that there's something sinister going on, and that might even also put a dent on the investigation. But again, that was what really happened.
I had earlier this year, I think, or late last year, submitted a petition to the Inspector General of Police on the conduct of some police officers in Kaduna that are being used by the state government to kidnap, abduct opposition figures and critics.
Wow.
And I'm waiting for the outcome of that investigation. But this attempt by the police to issue a statement implying that we as a political party will invite thugs to invade and disrupt our event is a sure sign that our policing system has collapsed. That we no longer have thinking people like my former...
Hey friends, Eric here. And in this video, I want to talk to you about how you can retire with just 3...
Coursemate Solomon Arase in the police. We are classmates in the School of Basic Studies, ABU. He studied political science, I studied quantity surveying. A gentleman, may his soul rest in peace. We used to have policemen. Now, we have shadows of the police. They were there, and I'm submitting a petition to the IG as well as the Police Service Commission, because this gets to the root of the failure of our policing system. When law enforcement agents are the ones that are used to facilitate and protect those that engage in violence, then we are on our way to total destruction of everything that we stand for in this country.
Madam, you warned of anarchy and accused police of standing by during the attack, while authorities are now saying that the meeting lacked proper notification. Do you believe this was negligence on the part of the organizers?
What is proper notification?
And a political gathering? You don't think that for proper cover of security?
Under which law? What section of the Constitution? No one can abridge my rights of association. No one can ask me to give any notice. I can give if I choose. But it is not illegal or a constitutional requirement, and people should stop overreaching themselves just because they have a position today. I was governor of that state for 8 years. Never at any time did I stop any opposition party from having meetings or say that venues should not allow meetings to take place. This
Wow.
is an overreach.
You are inferring that the governor
Wow.
of the day or the government of Kaduna State was behind that attack.
The government of Kaduna State is behind it.
What
When we
evidence do you
submit,
have?
No, but
I will
where's the
submit my
evidence?
evidence to the Police Service Commission and the
Okay, so let's get this straight. You said the police were there, they were standing by, right? And they were watching all that happen. You've made another allegation that the governor of the state is behind that. You still have no evidence, but you plan to submit the evidence to the Police Service Commission. But isn't it the Police Service Commission in charge of the police that were there, that were standing idly by? So I'm wondering how far this petition would go. If at the end of the day, I mean, the people there are the police, and you want to report the police to the police.
Inspector General of Police if they care to take action.
I mean, why would you think that the governor, is it because you are now no longer in the same party? Why do you think the governor might be behind it? Do you see him ordering it, or what exactly? Because these are allegations. Because a governor of the state is supposed to be the chief secretary.
Thought that ensured it happened, and we'll wait for the authorities to take action. But I thought that ensured it.
Oh, sorry, I don't know what's happening. This is crazy.
Allow everyone to resort to self-help.
Okay.
God help us.
Is that what you are thinking? You want to self-secure yourself?
I'm not.
Okay. Here we go again. Typical Elrufai. Yeah. You already said you're going to submit a petition and you would have an investigation. Right? Now you're saying that you want to resolve into self-help. Self-help how? To kill or to defend yourself? I'm a little bit, I'm a little bit concerned with that statement. And Elrufai has been known to make statements that are somewhat inflammatory. So here again, going back to that same route, that same act of him making statements that could lead to violence. I understand that there was violence against you. You say you're going to submit the petition to the police. I don't even know if that will be reviewed. But again, it's more or less you doing the same thing that you're accusing of other people when you start saying that people should involve themselves in self-help.
Thinking anything. I'm just stating it as it is. If the authorities, and I'll repeat it, for the avoidance of any doubt, if the authorities do not the law without fear of favor, and force everyone to resort to self-help, God help us.
What?
Would you resort to self-help?
I did not say anything. I have said what I have to say, Seun. We'll wait and see.
This is worrying, isn't it? Because some Kaduna ADC leaders have disowned that inauguration.
They are not ADC leaders.
In fact, they claim that you are not a member of their party.
Listen, Seun, okay? You can say whatever you want to say, but this coalition was started by a few people. And even a fool knows I'm one of the leaders of the coalition.
Wow.
Whether I'm a member of the party or not is beyond the pay grade of a thug in Kaduna parading himself as an ADC leader. Who are ADC leaders in Kaduna? After that statement, which was procured with the payment of 200,000 to the state publicity secretary, his own state working committee have disowned him. And they said they are going to subject him to disciplinary process.
Wow. No, this is crazy. You see, the challenge I have with this so-called coalition, and the challenge I have with whatever, political party Elrufai has been involved in, just of recent, it was at the SDP. At the end of the day, what happened? The SDP banned him from joining the party. Literally banned him from joining the party. And again, ADC, you saying that ADC, that he's not that the person talking is not a leader. Okay, fine. But how come you took the structure of a party that was already existing? And now people that even hold offices in that party are saying that they don't recognize this so-called coalition.
I am not just a member of the ADC. I am one of the leaders of the coalition. I'm one of those that worked to bring this thing together. You think some lowly member of the party in Kaduna, or claiming to be a member because he's not, is the one that will determine whether I'm a member or not?
Wow.
If you want to know whether I'm a member of the ADC or not, please call the national chairman of the party, Senator David.
Because the membership of a party, everyone is supposed to be rooted in their ward, to the local government, to the state. Everybody has to have a root. Even when you were a governor, you go down to your ward to vote, don't you?
You don't know the constitution of the ADC, do you?
Oh, so what does it tell us?
Membership of the party can be anywhere. I live in Abuja now. I can register in Abuja.
Have you
Are you?
That's not for me to tell the world.
Because
I don't need...
What? Oh my God. What is this guy talking about? It's a simple question. Are you registered as a member of ADC? Okay, fine. Which state are you registered in? Okay, maybe not a state, but you're registered on the FCT. Okay, fine. We're looking at FCT and saying, okay, fine, you're a member of ADC and you have a ward in FCT that you're registered in. Clearly, I'm beginning to think that this guy, Elrufai, might not even be a member or a bona fide member of the ADC. And we've heard this on one of the honorables, you know, and is also, I think is an House of Rep member, saying that the so-called ADC coalition doesn't even make sense. At this point in time, I don't even think it's a coalition. I think it's a party right now. But I still don't get what he's saying.
Listen, sure, I'm not here to prove my membership of the ADC. I don't need
no,
to
it's a
prove
simple question.
It's not even a matter that I think requires the wasting of our time. Let's go to more substantive issues. There are more serious problems in this country than my membership of the ADC or not.
I'd just like to know, for the avoidance of doubt, because you were once a member of the SDP. We saw you meeting with the SDP chairman at some point.
I'm a member of the SDP, and in case you've forgotten,
you know your business better than anyone, right? So why not build an app to run it with Base 44? This finance...
Okay, thank you.
Even when the ADC was adopted as the political party for the coalition for 2027 elections, the leadership gave Peter Obi of the Labour Party and Nasir Elrufai of the SDP forbearance to remain in our parties until the conclusion of some critical elections.
But SDP already banned you.
The question of my membership of the party is above the pay grade of any party member.
I don't know.
Okay, it's above their pay grade. This is part and parcel of the original covenant of the coalition. Pay grade. This is part and parcel of the original covenant of the coalition. Peter Obi has elections in Anambra in November. He's going to campaign for Labour Party. We have elections in Niger State in November. I'm going to campaign for SDP. So whether I am in the SDP or ADC is not the material issue. I am one of the leaders of the coalition, and how we are putting our coalition together is for us to decide.
So it's not in ADC?
It's not for anyone to question or interrogate.
Let me take you quickly to Kaduna. At what point did you fall out with the governor? What happened?
I've not fallen out with the governor.
Are you still friends with him?
No, he's not my friend.
Why? That's the man you...
He has never been my friend.
But
he was my boy. He was my mentee. Okay? I call him my friend because it's easier to say that. But he has been my boy. He has been my mentee. We've not fallen out.
But do you still speak with him?
No, I don't.
But you don't have that kind of relationship any longer?
No. You don't understand, Seun. Go and find out. When I left BPE in 2003, I never went back and I never spoke to any subsequent DG of the BP unless he speaks to me, unless he calls me or wants my advice. This is how I am.
Which is good.
Go and check in the FCT. Since I left the FCT in 2007, I've not gone back there until the former minister, Mohammed Bello, who was my classmate in Barewa, invited me to come and talk to him about some things. I don't go back. Once I'm done with the job, I move on.
But
I don't go back. I don't call you. If you want, you can call me. If you want any advice or you want to ask any question about what has happened, you call me, I will respond.
Because
Other than that, I don't.
There's been open criticism of the government by yourself, which a lot of people will say, but you helped that government to come in place.
Yes,
that was
I
your
did.
successor.
Okay, so he doesn't go back, but he can go and criticize. Is within his right to actually criticize. I'm not saying he shouldn't, but there is no consistency in that. If you say you don't go back and you move on, but you're still kind of voicing your opinion and talking about the governor and trying to let people know that the governor is not up to the task. No.
Yes,
so a lot of people will be wondering at what point what really happened.
Listen, sure. I don't know why people refuse to think. Okay. Everyone knows I was a founding father of one of the founding fathers of the APC, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone knows that I made some contribution in bringing Atiku to the presidency.
Yep. All right.
All right. If
you made that statement right on this program.
Yeah.
When you and your colleagues.
I did. Okay. No, I'm trying to just state some facts. Mm-hmm. Now, if Atiku's government has derailed, it is not doing what we thought he would do. He's not serving the interests of Nigerians. I should not criticize him because I contributed in bringing him. Is that the logic in Nigeria these days? Why does that happen? The purpose of government is to get things done for the progress of the people and the country. So even if it is my son or my father that is president or governor and he's not doing the right thing, I lose the right to disagree or criticize? Is that how is that what Nigeria has become?
Is that the case in Kaduna State?
Have we gone that low?
No,
I'm asking you the question.
No, but
all right. Because you started by saying that Obasani is my friend or whatever. Yes, he's one of my mentees. I developed many of them. My biggest pride in life is I've elevated many people. I've encouraged and mentored many people to greatness. Some even greater than me, and I'm very proud of it. But when a person derails, when he doesn't do the right thing, because I contributed in getting him there, I am prohibited from commenting, from disagreeing, or keeping away? Is that what the country has become?
What do you make of the governance of Kaduna State of today?
Look, I can only talk about my governance. I was governor for 8 years. The results are there. The people of Kaduna State know. And after 2 years plus, they're in a position to compare. I don't like commenting on what is happening in Kaduna because the people will have an opportunity in 2027 whether the government is doing the right thing or not.
Let me ask you specifically on the area of security in Kaduna State. There are those who believe that Kaduna State is recording better security since you left office, at least in the last 1.5 years.
100%.
And some allude to the fact that maybe there was not a better management of the situation, especially the non...
100%.
The copy trading trap. Why following what other traders are doing guarantees you'll always be late to the party.
Oh, what's this?
Your question by some said. Because it is not correct. It is not true. Just last week, SBM published a report that showed that security situation in Kaduna and Zamfara have actually deteriorated under this government's watch.
Oh, really? No.
Okay? A week earlier or 2 weeks earlier, Sahara reporters published another very verifiable and credible report that actually insecurity has been increasing. What the government has been doing, both at national and state levels, has been buying up the media from reporting it. I have people in Kaduna. All the traditional rulers that are in office today, most of them, I appointed them. I get information. Insecurity in Kaduna has not improved.
Oh, really?
And those in Kaduna know it.
Really? So now, wait, let me get this straight. So you're saying we should not believe all the reports we have right now. I don't remember I don't remember a recent massive killings in Kaduna, because we remembered what happened when you were governor of that state. the insecurity, the kidnapping, the banditry, the terrorist attack, and all of that. But we're not seeing that. But you're saying that the traditional rulers, we should believe what they're telling you, and that whatever has happened, even though there is no feasible reporting of the security incidents in in Kaduna that leads to a very, very worst outcome. You're saying we should just believe whatever you tell us that things are bad. So again, where are the evidences? Where are the numbers? Where are the numbers? I don't, for one, think that the news or the media could suppress any major security incidents happening in Kaduna. They can, prohibit it from going viral. But in the age of technology and information, and now that we have, the ability to get instant news everywhere, I don't believe what Elrufai is saying, that it has deteriorated.
You can deceive yourself by buying off the media. You can cover up. But every once in a while, as we saw last week with the SBM intelligence report and the one that Sahara Reporters published last week,
I'm going to look for that report.
Rise to the surface. There is absolutely no way, okay, that our government, which is the first state government in Nigeria to establish a Ministry of Internal Security and Home Affairs and invested a lot in coordinating the actions of security agencies, can be blamed for not managing security. No one has managed security with the degree of commitment that we have. And you can ask 3 service chiefs that served in Kaduna, and we have. And you can ask 3 service chiefs that served in Kaduna under my watch. One of them is still alive. Farouk Yahya was chief of army staff. He was GOC in Kaduna. I saw him yesterday at a wedding. You can call him, bring him to this program and ask him what we did. What I will not do, okay, is to pay bandits, give them monthly allowance, or send food to them in the name of non-kinetic. It's nonsense. We are empowering bandits.
Is that what is going of Kaduna is paying
it's not
bandits?
The government of Kaduna State is a national policy driven by the Office of National Security Advisor, and Kaduna is part of it. Many states are objecting.
Wow.
Is objecting to
that. But there is a video of Elrufai saying that he actually paid them. Well, say we paid them. So what is it saying now? What's it saying now? It seems to be changing its tune. It seems to be on a vendetta or a vengeance move. And that's not good. That's not good for strategy. That's not good for strategy. That's not good for achieving anything. Okay.
But that is the policy now. Kiss the bandits. That's the new policy. My position has always been the only repentant bandit is a dead one. Let's kill them all. Let's wipe them. Let's bomb them.
Elrufai, I beg. Elrufai, come down. Come down. Come down. We didn't see you do that when you were governor. We didn't see you make this statement clear when you were governor. What we saw you say was that, oh, we paid them. We paid them some monies.
Until they are reduced to nothing, and then the 5% that still want to be rehabilitated can be rehabilitated. You do not negotiate from a position of weakness. You don't empower your enemy. You don't give him money to go and buy more sophisticated weapons. That's why the insecurity problem has not gone away and will not go away as long as this policy continues.
If you look,
they can deceive, they can cover up, they can do propaganda.
Oh.
But those that live in Katsina, those that live in Zamfara, those that live in Kaduna, those that live in those states, they know what is happening.
Wow, it's spilling a lot of beans here. Like, he's, again, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but the question still remains, which is kind of important to ask. Why are you doing all this now? Why are you doing all this now? You never said a word, even when things were this bad. You never said a word when this so-called policy of paying banditry was working. I mean, was being used during the Buhari administration. I think you're just bitter and you're finding a way to just get back at the Tinubu's administration. That's my point. That's my thoughts.
But is that the reason why perhaps you think that there's a slowdown in the attack on schools and kidnaps that we've seen in Kaduna? The quiet we've seen in the Benegwari.
There is no slowdown.
Thank you, Seun. Ask him that question. There is.
I was governor of Kaduna State for 8 years. Only 3 schools were attacked in 8 years. Okay?
Okay.
This government has been around for 2 years. 3 schools have been attacked.
Wow.
And they paid the bandits. They paid them ₦1 billion the first time the school was attacked and students abducted.
So I expect Seun to ask questions here. Yeah. Did you pay? Did you actually pay, right? I mean, let's be serious. You can come out now and say this guy paid and you were there at some point and you didn't.
They are paying bandits. They are apologizing to them. They are
finding this information about ₦1 billion being paid.
Look, let the governor or anyone come and deny. We have the evidence. When the time comes, we'll reveal everything. They are paying bandits. They are empowering bandits. This is what this government is doing.
And you think that will not work?
It will not work. It has never worked anywhere in the world.
Yeah, payment of bandits is one of the most retarded things you could do. To be honest with you, why would you pay bandits? That's the most. I agree with what it first said that, you know, if anybody's attacking the states or attacking people on that false claim of, you know, they're fighting for one ideological sense, yeah, just get rid of them. But again, that was not what happened when you were governor. The places where you said, oh, yeah, we paid them money. There are tapes out there saying, yeah, you said we paid them. So now you're saying that that's wrong, but you partook in that same thing.
Let me ask you today, because perception is a part of life. I mean, how you are perceived and how you are seen may not exactly be your reality, but the way people perceive you, there might be explanation and clarity to it. There's a section of the southern Kaduna people who have a feeling that there is hard approach of yours to things which which gives them a feeling that maybe Nasir Rufai hates southern Kaduna people. They can, what do you say to them?
Yeah, they can think what they think. Seun.
Welcome to Luxury Casino, Ontario's most trusted online casino. Now with the highest win rate guarantee.
I don't tolerate nonsense. Governance is not a joke. When you are governing 10 million people as I did in Kaduna, you must not discriminate between A and B. Nobody can blackmail me that because he's a Christian, the law doesn't apply to him. Okay? There are people in southern Kaduna that feel entitled to behave in a certain way, and I didn't take it. I dealt with them. Just as the IMN, Al-Zakzaki's people who thought that they could do anything they want and get away with it, we dealt with them. Al-Zakzaki people are Muslims like me, but I didn't take any nonsense from them. Go and ask them. They consider me an enemy.
How do you then explain to those who think that you are a fundamentalist?
I don't care. The people that think I'm a fundamentalist don't know me. They have never met me. They have formed their opinion. And frankly, Seun, the reason why my enemy...
I don't need to meet you. From the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. We saw your tape. We saw some tweets that you do that is kind of, you know, derogatory. After the elections, you came out and said, oh, the Christians will know not to fight with us again because we have the number power, we have the manpower. That was you. That was not me. I don't need to meet you to know that you have made so many defamatory utterances and derogatory utterances against Christians. But at times you make some funny jokes against, you know, Christ. So those that call you fundamentalists, they know they're within their rights based on your utterances, based on your behaviors to say, really are tending towards being a fundamental. That's not up for debate.
Is very vehement at hating me is because I don't care what they think. It's the way I am. I'm very comfortable with who I am and what I am. And I don't care what you think. You know me. Those that worked with me know me. Some of the closest people I worked with in the government I empowered are from Southern Kaduna. They know that this is not true. But there are people, there are some entitled Southern Kaduna Christian leaders who are used to getting money every month from the government. $20,000 who are being used to giving $20,000 to go for medical checkup every year. I stopped it. I stopped funding pilgrimage, just as I stopped many other things that are waste of government resources. I would not be popular.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, if you have all these, leakage, all these pox in the government funding, in the government stuff, I mean, stop it. Like, the money we use to maintain nonsense in Nigeria is just wow. It's just crazy. So, but then that doesn't explain, the reason why security incidents in Kaduna was not curtailed. It doesn't. It's crazy.
But how do you explain the balance of power when you as a government, and you know the quantum of the Christian community or Christian people in Kaduna State, and those who feel that you never cared, and that's why you had that hearing when you were governor?
No.
Do you regret any of those decisions?
Listen to me. Listen. What do you think is the quantum of the Christian population in Kaduna State?
You think they're insignificant?
No. What do you think? No, I ask you. What percentage?
I imagine maybe 30 or 25% of
They are not up to that. Okay? So, if they are not up to that, why should they feel entitled to 50% of positions in the government? Southern Kaduna, the 8 local governments of Southern Kaduna accounted for over 60% of the civil service when I was there. So, who is talking about marginalization? But for Southern Kaduna leaders to send a delegation to me after assuming as governor and announcing my cabinet to say that they have been shortchanged because they got only 25% or 30% of the positions because they are used to 50%. And I say, okay, on what basis? On the basis of what? PDP was rigging in Southern Kaduna. They were writing results to overturn the elections of the majority in Northern Kaduna. So they will give you 50%. I didn't rig my election. I won. There are 3 senatorial districts. We made appointments on the basis of equality of senatorial districts. But this is the feeling of entitlement that I faced. And it had to be wiped out. I had to bring everyone down to the level of reality. I'm not going to encourage self-entitlement or using violence to negotiate.
Did you support the Muslim ticket in your party in 2023 too?
I did.
And you think it's okay?
It was a political strategy. It was a strategy to win the election. It was not a religious strategy. It was a strategy.
I agree with Elrufai on this one.
Clearly.
Yeah, I agree with him, right?
Look, Seun, when you are contesting elections, you look at every variable, look at every index, you look at every criterion that will help you win. Okay? That is what people do. It has nothing to do with religion.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if those tendencies seem to affect the fabric of our nation, or what makes...
Listen to me, Seun. So long as we continue to speculate on this, we will not solve them. We have done Muslim ticket now. Tell me in what way Christians are now shortchanged.
We're on a mission to give 2 million people all around the world clean water. This village in Malawi...
Nothing. No leader that wants to succeed will limit his choice of appointees to a particular religion or ethnicity.
Yep.
Okay? If you want to succeed, you have to diversify. Now we have cured the fear and the love for Muslim ticket. It has been done, buried, gone. I did Muslim ticket in Kaduna. I want to know which Christian in Kaduna was shortchanged because of the Muslim ticket. Nothing.
My final question on the issue of Kaduna, so we can move to national issues. At least you say it, and
I can't wait for that one.
You pose yourself as an upright figure, at least in governance, either when you were in BPP, you were a minister, especially when you were a governor. But in your exit, there's been a lot of criticism. In fact, there are a lot of probes to your 8-year stay in office. And there are accusations about uncompleted projects and the manner in which the affairs of the state was managed. Did you make some errors, or there are those who acted on your behalf, which you think were not properly done? Do you have regrets as to the things that were done under your watch as governor of Kaduna State?
Okay, let me start with that. First of all, I have no regrets whatsoever about my tenure in Kaduna. And I'm very proud of my team and what they did. They did an excellent job. They work 24/7, 365 days a year for the progress of Kaduna State. And anyone that goes to Kaduna will see the difference. And we are proud of that. So I'm very proud of my colleagues that worked with me, and I commend them for the work that they have done and their sacrifice. And they were not thieves. They were not crooks. Okay?
What about the allegations of money stolen?
I'm coming. Okay? However, some of the people that we worked with, that we helped, that we campaigned for, that campaigned on the back of our achievements and said they will sustain what we started. They will complete what we have not completed. They will continue on the path we have set for the state, which was the right path. Now came back and started saying things. Okay? A member of the State House of Assembly on your program said 423 billion were siphoned out of the Kaduna State Treasury under my watch. I have sued him and channels because you gave him the platform as a nominal defendant. We're in court. The entire amount of money that Kaduna State got in the 8 years I was governor was about 900 and something billion.
Almost $1 trillion.
Part of it was used to pay salaries, overheads, and run the government. If 423 billion was siphoned out of Kaduna State Treasury, it would not have been possible for us to do all the work that we did. And as I said, even a blind man that goes to Kaduna knows that we have transformed the state in many ways, in every sector. And there is no ward, no local government that we have not invested. Even the governor himself has said this several times before he got elected, but he got there and changed his story. But that's okay. Morally flexible people can do whatever they want. Okay? So, are we perfect? Of course not. We are human beings. When the State Assembly started the probe and people said, go to court, stop it, do that, I said, no. I was governor for 8 years, but I didn't do everything alone. I am also curious to know what each and every one of my commissioners and heads of agencies have done. Let them investigate. Let's see the results. Maybe there are people that we trusted that abused our trust. I want to see the outcome. But I wanted to see a fair process. I wanted to see the hearing taking place in open so that even Kaduna State citizens will hear what happened during our 8 years as governors. Yeah. But they held the hearings in secret. People were not invited, but they were indicted, and so on. Wow. I don't want to say much about this because all these matters are in court. But I want to tell you, Seun, and I say this without any fear of contradiction. Number one, we ran that state with total commitment to accountability and probity. Number two, we are not thieves. We are not petty thieves.
Okay.
We are not corrupt.
Oh.
And we don't bribe people. We don't bribe the media. We don't bribe civil society to hail us. We worked, and the result is on the ground.
Wow.
And posterity will judge us. And the people of Kaduna State will send a very clear statement in 2007, 27, when the elections come. That will be the answer to all the nonsense going on now.
Give me a breather. We'll take a break, everyone. But when we return, our attention will be on the state of the nation, how the nation is faring.
Okay, I think I'm going to stop at this point.
The former governor of
continue,
Kaduna State, Malam Nasir Elrufai. We'll be right back
in a bit
after this break.
Thank you.